Hello, this is Lavistro, the Dragon of Cyberspace, coming to you with all news, tips, and tricks within the gaming spectrum. You know, it's been a couple of weeks since Bethesda Shadow released Oblivion Remastered, and while I have been harping on a dead horse, so to speak, that the EULA states that in Section 3 we cannot modify our games, we agree to that, and that we also agree we don't own our copy of Oblivion Remastered in Section 4, it doesn't really help that Bethesda also says this on their official website. It says Elder Scrolls Oblivion 4 Remastered support mods, and they say mods are not officially supported for Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered. If you're experiencing gameplay issues while playing with mods, it's recommended you first try uninstalling your mods, then verifying your game files on Steam or the Xbox app. Now, this whole video is not about you can't mod your games. I do want to point that out here, because it seems like some of the old mods do work for Oblivion Remastered. As our technical reports, backward compatible. Many old Oblivion mods still work on the Oblivion Remastered. Let me zoom in here. Bethesda isn't officially supporting mods for the newly released Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, but that hasn't stopped some players from discovering that many mods created for the 2006 original seem to work just fine in a new game with a bare minimum of installation headaches. As done on Reddit in the Bethesda Studios Discord, some ESP mod files designed years ago for the original Oblivion had the same effect when plugged into the new remastered game. Ours confirmed this during some quick testing using a mod uploaded in 2008 to easily add high-end weapons and armor to the opening jail scene in a remastered version. While players in the original game could use the Oblivion Mod Manager to easily install these mods, doing so in the remastered version requires a bit more manual work. First, users have to download the application ESP mod files and put them in the Content Dev of data folder, the same one that already houses DLC data files like DLC Horse Armor ESP. Then it's just a matter of opening the plugin's text in the same folder and adding that full ESP name to the plain text list. Early testers report that some complex mods designed for the original Oblivion will lead to crash or mixed results when loaded in the remastered game. Others theorize the game seems to read Oblivion at its space, so manually adding a mod doesn't have new assets would work. As the community continues to analyze this modding backward compatibility, other modders have already rushed to release dozens of new mods specifically for the remastered version, even without official support from Bethesda. At this point, some of these seem focused on basic UI tweaks or quality life hacks to make the game more enjoyable. We're particularly fond of this one that makes slow walking in PCs a bit faster. More complex mods will require diving into Unreal Engine's pack file format to replace in-game assets with new modded versions. That means it's probably just a matter of time before we get the equivalent of the customistic elf race modded back into the newer version of the game. So yes, we have been talking about Oblivion's mod systems. In fact, Goonroom, aka Mikey Doucette, and I have also talked about it off and online, because we're big Elder Scrolls fans, and, well, we like to mod our games to prolong the shelf life of the game. And many in the Elder Scrolls community and Bethesda community as well do so. But I wanted to point this out because there seems to be hope, while there is no official mod support from Bethesda, which is unusual, I will say. Bethesda used to be very friendly to the modding community. In fact, one of the requirements it used to be for working at Bethesda, especially under Elder Scrolls, is that you had to know and be familiar with its Papyrus system, which is their version of C++. So you kind of had to mod your game, and they even worked with modders. But I have stated before that it seems like they want to get rid of mods only so you buy their mods, right? Because they've tried that, and it was a lose situation for them. They didn't win that one, just like with the Oblivion Horse Armor back in the day, the earliest form of microtransaction. But yeah, it seems like there's hope for the modding community that many of your well-beloved mods seem to work. But I'm asking you, viewer, have you tried modding Oblivion Remastered? Have you actually verified this? Like me personally, I haven't yet because we're streaming the game and I don't have the time to check that. And if all hell breaks loose, you know, I have to fix the whole game before the next live stream. But yeah, if you're interested in Oblivion Remastered, we are playing the game on Mondays and Tuesdays, 10 p.m. Central. So you can join us for that. But tell us what your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, happy gaming.
Worlds clash in endless collision. Gaming news with a fierce precision. With a spark so wild it breaks the norm. In the tempest's eye, a cyberstorm. Reclaim gaming and dragon cast. Fire breathing wide, screaming loud. Lavistro's here to shake the crowd.